Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing? My name is Jochosen Kovac. I'm so happy to be talking to you. Welcome to the Why Not Show, where we believe that if others can, you definitely can. It is 3 years since I said, I did.
Who?
What a roller coaster, if that's what they say. 3 years with this beautiful, handsome Hungarian of mine. There have been tough days, but there have been fine days and very good days. Sometimes we focus on the bad, but I've learned recently to try to focus on the good. It is hard, because sometimes the bad can overwhelm you and it makes you forget all the beautiful things you have. Like, this was a prayer. You don't use it next time if I say something. It was your prayer. So this was a prayer, a dream come true. And it can be like the Israelites. When they prayed and they were going to the promised land, but when they reached on the way, they had issues on the way. No food, no water. And they started complaining, forgetting the God. So the goal, we came all here to stay forever. You
and understand water for the
okay, honey, you first kiss me and you go fine naturally. You say you say bye hi to people.
Bye.
No hi.
Hi, bye.
Oh, it's been a journey. It's been a journey, definitely, but we are here. I tell you, we are here. I was speaking to my friend, and sometimes you just want to speak to someone. You don't have to speak bad about your people, but you speak to someone about current situations in your life. How are you? How do you do it? And we're just seeing some people on TikTok, oh, my husband does that. And then we're telling ourselves, people on the outside, it may seem that they are good. They have it all sorted out. Like they just show you the very good picture. But then there's that other side of theirs that you don't see and you would not want to see. And so we have a saying in my country that wherever you are is where you see. Oh, wherever anyone is, that's where you see the moon from. I can be here and I see the moon from this angle. And you can be wherever you are and you still see the moon. It is still, they say it is one. I don't know about that. I'm not so much into that. Whatever, geography or whatever, but they say it is one moon. So if I see it from my end and you're seeing it from your end, it means that life is like that. You can be in a situation and you feel it is different for you. Maybe it is like this, maybe it is like that. And you start comparing yourself to other people. I learned and I taught myself as I see other people's journeys not to compare myself to anyone. Because they say, as they say in English, I was learning and they said, one man's meat is another man's poison. So I can be here and I tell you, oh, my husband. Can be here and I say, oh, my husband is bad. And then the next day, he finds someone else who is saying, oh, did you say this is poison? This is my meat. And you can be there saying your husband is very good and it is someone poison. So appreciate what you have. Appreciate what you have. Be grateful. Be grateful. Don't compare yourself to other people. It's like when I was pregnant, when people tell you a lot of stuff. I think I will relate marriage to pregnancy. People can tell you a lot of stuff. Because there are those that produced before you, they know a lot of stuff. And then there are those that are just professional in that. They also know a lot of stuff. But then there is you who is actually living in the moment You may not know a lot of stuff, but at least you learn as you go. You cross the bridge when you reach there. You know, you cross the bridge when you reach there. So people used to tell me, but remember the pain. This is so good to compare pregnancy to marriage. This is so good. The pain is yours. You're the only one passing through that pain. People outside, they just see the big belly. And then, oh, she's so lucky. And you may be passing through a lot of that you don't even want to mention. But what people see outside is not the fact. So I'm just here to encourage you. You may be having issues in your marriage, and some people tend to have it all figured out. When they speak, you're like, oh my God, I wish. You just wish that you were in their life, or you got a man like theirs, or a woman like theirs. But I'm just here to tell you that there are a lot of things that you don't see. Behind the scenes, a lot that you don't see. So take heart. You are not alone. You are not alone. If you face any challenge, God forbid, it may lead you to divorce. God forbid. No one wants that. Of course, when you go, you're all happy. Dun, 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 dun. Because you see, this is your long life. And then something happens just like that. And you're all switched at once. You're like, where was I? What was I thinking? Oh, love blinded me. Like they say, love is blind if you allow it. Love is blind if you allow it. If you go into something, you commit. Commitment comes with sacrifices. Commitment comes with sacrifices. I may be here and I'm doing this video. Maybe I have a daughter. Thank God. 3 years in marriage and I have a daughter. Bless God. Thank you. So she may see this video later on when she grows up, or she gets married, and she wants her mother's advice. I'll be there, but then this is just a recap. Later on in life, that life, you create the life you want. You create the life you want. As I told you earlier on, people in your pregnancy tell you a lot of stuff, but the pain comes back to you. Same in marriage. Someone can be a counselor, yes. Someone they can have experience, like let me say 3 years, and someone who has not yet gone there. You can be like, oh, I know it all. No. They used to tell me, that word is hard for me to say, those people, they used to tell me that pregnancies are different for everyone. Pregnancies are different for everyone. My pregnancy will not be the same as your pregnancy. And actually, you may have children all from you. But then I was speaking to one of my sisters recently. She's now pregnant again. And she has 2 children so far. And when you ask her about her experience, it's different for every child. But remember, this is the same mother of all the children. But it is different. In the same way, marriage is different for everyone. You create the world you want to live in. It may be hard to create, but you create it. You create it. You don't forget your why. It is easier if you're passing through something to forget your why. Why you got where you are in the first place. For me, this was a dream come true. Really, really, really like rice bread. But at a point, it can feel like, maybe I was blind. Maybe I was stupid to even think that, oh, God answered my prayers. But when He answers it, you're like, yes, God, you did it. And when something happens, you're like, this was my last. This wasn't God's will. And then you have some people that think they know God so much. And they tell you, sister, God is telling me, you are in the wrong marriage. You are in the wrong person. Woohoo! Tell it back to them. No, you refuse. I was listening to my pastor recently and he was preaching about, what was this guy's name? Who Prophet Isaiah told that he was going to die, arranged his house, he was going to die. And then he turned on the wall and spoke to God by himself and requested for God for more years. And actually, God granted him more years. I mean, you have direct access. Why are you allowing, oh, sister, you're in a bad marriage. Oh, sister, this is not supposed to be yours. Oh, sister, you are doing this. I mean, let God talk to me. I used to have people that, oh, I dreamt this, I dreamt that. I mean, dreams became dreams, and they put you in this sense of fear, and they see that everyone around you is your enemy. Actually, something that I learned today as well is it was so vivid. It was like the Holy Spirit was telling me something, like it was so real. Find yourself again. Find yourself again. I do not know who needs to hear this today. But find yourself again. I used to have an entrepreneurial mind. I don't know where it went. Because you're so much consumed of looking for this job, looking for that job, looking for this, looking for that, looking for that. So you get so much overwhelmed with who can hire me, who can give me this, who can give me this. You're looking for opportunities. You have the ideas in your head, but the opportunities are actually, maybe they're there, but they're far from you. They're not around you. Or people are not just allowing you into that space. If people are not allowing you into that space, create your own space. And put there everything you want. We want sometimes to live in the fantasy world. Yes, create that world for yourself and live in that world by yourself. Because whatever you're waiting for people to give you, they will not actually give it to you. They will not. The battle belongs to the fittest. People will not give you what you want. You have to create it and own it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, create what you want and own it. People will not give it to you. No one will ever give it to you because they don't understand where you're coming from. Today I'm speaking so much because I feel like I have a lot to pour out since it is 3 years, but not only 3 years of marriage, it is also 3 years of maturity. Not only 3 years of maturity, 3 years of persistence. Not only 3 years of persistence, 3 years of change, transformation. I mean, I was staying in Uganda before and I'm now staying in Ireland. So there's a lot of transformation that has taken place, from getting used to my culture, my food, which I miss so much, to another culture and different food. And I have to get used to that because that is what I have. Because people can people can tell you no. I'm back. I'm still in marriage. No. Where? You're not even getting your food. Girl, that is not right. And you feel like you have this power. But they're misleading you. They are misleading you. Go back to your why. Know why you are where you are. Know why you are where you are. Don't forget yourself in the process. The process of looking for love. The process of looking for opportunities. In the process of looking for jobs. Like, you look so much and you forget yourself in the process. Don't forget yourself in the process. Remember who you are. I used to give inspiration there. Like, I didn't mind who is watching, whether I have one view or two or what. But at a point, then you get to you start to be concerned about who is watching me, who is following me, which is nonsense. Your story is your story, and whoever it belongs to, they will get it in one way or the other. If they don't get it, it wasn't meant for them. And maybe next time, also you, of course, you try to promote it to the necessary people so that you help different people, not to promote yourself, but of course promoting yourself is also not bad, but also promoting it to different people that will be encouraged through what you say is a good thing. So don't forget yourself in the process of trying so much. You try so much to please. You try so much to be that. Hey, me, I was a people pleaser. I could not say no. I never wanted to see anyone offended. I mean, sometimes you're not the one who causes it, but it just happens and someone is offended somehow. But you didn't have any input, but because you are you have a victim mentality, you're a people pleaser, you think that everything is about you. I'm here to remind you that everything is not about you. If someone has a bad day, don't make that make you feel bad because you did not contribute. It is just them. It is just their bad day. It is just up to them. You didn't have anything to do with it. To all people pleasers like me, who is outgrowing a little bit, one day at a time. If people are mad, if people are blah, 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 it has nothing to do with you. You have to grow up like every day, learn something, and eventually you will get there because this life teaches you, and it's the challenges that we face in life that train us. Yeah. I'm so happy. I feel like my mouth is full. I still need to speak. I don't know what to speak, but the more I keep speaking, of course, things will come because I feel like the Holy Ghost is like there. I hope this has helped you. Yes, I hope this has helped you. My final remarks, just like pregnancies are different. It is the same with marriage. Marriages are different. Don't let anyone mislead you into thinking you are suffering too much. It should be better for you. You should do better, or your partner should do better, or something like that. I understand marriages have their difficulties and you can feel like that at a point. But then don't let whatever you're going through mislead you or take the focus away from the goal, from the prize. Keep your mind on the prize. Focus on the goal. You entered into whatever you entered into with love, and now at a point things are changing and you feel like this is hell. This wasn't God's will. But when it happened and you're all full of love with butterflies in your stomach, it was God's will then. And now things are getting bad. It is not God's will. Just like when Israelites were going to the Canaan land, and on the way they faced calamities, whatever, hunger, and then it wasn't God's will. God was torturing them, but expect those things along the way. Expect those things along the way. There's a song that I used to listen to when I was young, just over the neighborhood. Choyingite muchiringa chiyungu ogenze kufumba omukanagwe ongera okumira mumuli toshifulumanga. For those who don't understand that, it is whatever this marriage that you've entered. It was a song encouraging new marriage. This marriage that you have entered is like a kitchen. Okay, I don't know, for some people you are so modern that you don't experience what I experienced when I was in my country. But when you're in the kitchen, the real kitchen, not the modern kitchens, the smoke, not the smoke that doesn't make your eyes go red, the other real smoke that makes your eyes go red. You're cooking, the smoke is smoking itself, and it is becoming too much, and the more... You know what, it's funny. Okay. The more, because of course when I start cooking, the more the time goes, is the more the food gets ready. But no, guys, I'm flowing today, I don't know. The more you keep cooking, the more time you take cooking, is the more, actually, yeah, because in my country they call it cooking, like, thank you for cooking. Yes, the more you cook, the more time you take to cook, is the more the smoke. But then at the end of the day, after all that smoke, after all that fire, the food is ready and nicely sweet, tasty, and you actually don't forget that smoke. Oh. Some people can't eat what they cook, but I do eat what I cook. So you don't forget that smoke. So be encouraged. Be encouraged. That is it for today. Search into the Why Not Show, where I believe if others can, you definitely can. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and you'll be blessed. This was my version of 3 years of marriage. And I still feel like I need to power. I'm Joy Chosen Kovac. Mami Sama. Bye for now. No, Vison Tratashta. I'm learning my husband's language. See ya is hello or bye. Visont Latashla is goodbye. Vislat is bye. Ha!